Hey guys, Obelisk here, and I'm back with another Dark Age of Camelot class overview video. Today I am doing the Theurgist. Theurgist has been a interesting class in DAoC history. Caused a lot of frustration with the pets. They used to be 2,000 range pets you can just throw out on people. OP Theurgs, that's why Alb's OP, I guess. But they've been nerfed a little bit, like years and years ago. They're only bolt range now, but still really good. Still a super potent class, very strong. I'm gonna go ahead and get into their specs, what their abilities do, what their pets do, things you want to look for in templates, RAs and stuff like that, and just kind of a mini how-to, just some tips about what to do as a Theurgist in fights. As always, I'm gonna try to do this in one take, and do no editing or anything like that. Just upload the raw video file to YouTube. So we're gonna go ahead and get in game here. I'm on my Theurgist. I got my cleric bot here as a test dummy if I want to cast spells or whatever on him to show you stuff. But yeah, so just to go ahead and start out, my Theurg is wind spec, or air spec as some people call it. Probably not the premier Theurg spec anymore, at least. But still a pretty good spec. Has its uses. Completely different playstyle than Earth Spec, which is probably the most common one. But I'm going to go ahead and just go through the baseline stuff and then get into each spec line and tell you what they can do. So we'll start with Air, Path of Air. You get 2 spells in this, a speed buff for your group. It's the standard caster speed is what it's called, speed 4, I guess, technically. Not as good as Sorcerer Minstrel speed, but pretty quick. And then you get a single target 19% haste, 10 minute duration. It's all right, whatever. People probably run fire haste in your groups, but if you have to haste people, throw that out. Path of Earth. This is where you get your standard caster shield buffs, your armor factor buff as a caster, 20-minute reuse, 20-minute duration. Keep it up all the time or you'll get hit for 1,000. Then you get your Buffer of Stone, which is your Buffer of Stone, 10% melee absorb, 20-minute duration, keep it up all the time or you'll die. And then you get a damage add. You get a single target and group damage add for your tanks. Put it up, put the grouping up, just keep it up. It's not great, but whatever, anything helps. Path of Ice. You get 2 spells in this. You get a single target 179 delve cold nuke. So you might use this, might not, probably not. Depending on the spec, this might be your nuke, but it's a cold nuke, standard baseline nuke delve. And then you get a standard route, 58 seconds, Anchor of Ice, single target, 2.5 cast time, 1500 range. It's just your standard route. It gives immunity, it breaks on damage, things like that. That pretty much covers the baseline stuff for Theurg. Pretty simple. What we're going to get into is, since I'm wind spec, we're going to go ahead and get into the wind stuff. I might go and pull up the train menu and see if there's anything I missed. Okay, so I'm 45 wind. If I go 50 wind, the only thing I get at 49 is a better AoE mez. The AoE mez that Theurgs do isn't great. You don't want to use it unless you really have to. It's such a small duration. Unless you know the mez is going to get cleared, or you like have to save someone with it, or you have to like get the whole group interrupted, probably don't use it. It's not bad to use because most of the time mezes get cleared really quick, but if you expect the mez to stay for a long period of time, don't use it because it's only 32 seconds. You probably won't even get that one. You'll probably get the yellow one, which lasts 27 seconds. So low small man, it's good, but if you have a Sork, probably let him take care of the CC if you can. The reason you go wind is the 209 delve spirit nuke. You can assist off a Obelisk with this nuke. Obelisk has a spirit debuff. It hits hard. This is your hardest hitting damage spell as a Theurgist. Like I said, that's a reason to go wind, the main reason. Other than the mez, the only thing you get in the air line, the wind line, is a air pet. And now the air pet gets a lot more HP as it scales up. Probably hits harder and stuff like that. But the reason this pet is good is because it can stun people, and the stun does not give immunity, And if you have a bunch of air pets on someone, they can essentially be like stun locked forever. It's super annoying if you get like 5, 6, 7 air pets on you. You're just stuck. It's super annoying. These pets, their big downfall is they're kind of slow, but they can stun from range. And they last 20 seconds. That's a pretty short duration for a pet. 20 seconds plus duration, so it's okay, but your other pets last much longer. So I'm going to show you what these pets can do. So I'm just going to start casting them on my bot. I'm just going to put like 3 on them. All right, so 3 pets. I'm going to run my bot around. Okay, this lump of air pets apparently sucks because it's not stunning. Okay, there you go. You see the pets start stunning? That's a pretty decent duration stun. I don't know how long it is off the top of my head. It might be 3 seconds or something, but there's another stun on top of that. And now the pets start to die. So that bunch of pets didn't really put out a bunch of stuns, which is kind of surprising. I feel like air pets stun a lot more. I'm going to put like 5 on my my bot. I lost count. That might be 5 or 6. Anyway, we'll run him around. See, now he's kind of getting chain stunned here. I have him on auto run. He got stunned like twice in a row. It appears, if you notice some resist above his head, he's resisting. I don't know if he's resisting the stuns, but so still an auto run. They're good to use against mock targets because they can chain stun a mock target. Let's just like load them up. Let's put like 8 or 10 or so. Let's go ahead and put them on auto run. I lost count of how many I had, but I have a bunch. I don't know. I feel like these stun a lot more when they're on me. That might just be biased, but I feel like I'm getting stunned every single hit when I have like 3 pets on me. You see, if you get this many on a target, they're just completely screwed. They can't even move until the pets start dying. Well, they can move, but they get chain stunned quite a bit. So that's the power of air pets, and they are pretty tanky. So that's WinSpec in a nutshell. The other really common spec is to go high earth, normally 49 or 50. And what you get in this line, let's just go ahead and go to this window. Now, not all of the spells you get are in this train window. There's a bug. For some reason, the PBT, Pulsing Blade Turn, does not show up. But anyway, we'll go through what they get. At 50 earth, it's dumb, I can't jump in that. Anyway, 50 earth, I get an AoE nuke for 159. Decent AoE damage, good for clearing pets if they're a bunch, or Zopets or something, or if you just want an AoE nuke to Rupt or to be cheeky, and if you're observing like a big keep siege fight, this AoE nuke is probably really good. The other nuke you get is a 179 Delve Matter nuke. If you're Earth spec, you're probably going 49 Earth. You might can go a little less Earth and put some more points in the ice. But if you have 49 Earth, use this as your normal nuke. You're going to have the most points into Earth. You're going to have little to no variance on it. So use this. One of the big things about Earth is the Earth pet. The highest level one, super fast, runs across the fight really quick. Decent-ish HP, not really huge, but better than like a low level one. The big thing about these pets is they last 45 seconds. That's over double the length of the air pet. These are just your basic rupting pets, and they are annoying. I've had yellow pets in this spec, and just look how fast they are. We'll put the bot a little ways away, and you can just see the pets run to them once he gets there. Okay, well, they're taking a weird route, and these aren't even the fast ones. Like, these are the lower level ones. They get a lot faster as you level them up. Like, this pet's going to be quite a bit quicker than these. The other big thing about this Earth spec is this attack speed debuff. And the highest level one is 38%. 45 second duration, 7 second reuse. So any tanks that come in, you want to hit them with this this hasty buff, really strong. And that combos super well with another ability in that line that's not showing up here. But you can see it. It's this Skin of Rock. And what this is a Pulsing Blade Turn. So it's a blade turn for your group, for anyone in 1250 radius of you, that they get hit, it absorbs a melee hit, and then every 11 seconds, Is it 11 seconds? It might be 11 seconds. Every 11 seconds or so, it refreshes and gives you another blade turn. If you get the highest level, let's see, I have a website that might help me. You just have to take my word for it. Let's see, Path of Earth, blade turn group. Okay, the at level 45 Earth, you get the red PBT, pulsing blade turn, and that gives you a 6-second frequency blade turn. So every 6 seconds, you get a blade turn on you. So that's really strong. Great way to mitigate tanks, especially when you start comboing that with your hasty buff. And if you have a sorcerer group, they throw a dex quick debuff on them. So then they're swinging a lot less times, and if you have that blade turn constantly rotating, if you're Earth every 6 seconds, and you have the really high hasty buff, they're only landing maybe like 1 or 2 swings every blade turn. So it's super strong. And that sums up Earth. Earth is probably the most common spec. That's probably what most Theurgs go, is high Earth. But we'll look at your cold magic stuff. So cold, you get a 170 at level 50, which I don't think anyone's really going 50 ice cold. It's a 179 delve snare nuke. Hits pretty hard, snares pretty good, I guess. Then you get an AoE root, 1500 range, minute 13 duration. It's a good root. Again, you have to go pretty high level. You'll get a lower level one in most specs, but just be careful because it's super low duration. It lowers specs, or lower levels, like 30 seconds at level 16, and at level 20, it's 36 seconds. So it's an AoE root if you go high level. Cold. Now, the cool thing about these pets is they are casting pets that cast snare nukes, essentially. So I'll put some on my bot. We'll have them running first. If you cast them too close to your target, they'll start meleeing. But if you see my little dude casting, okay, it resists. I guess he's low level. I'm going to put a couple more on him. So it snares him. So you saw him visibly running slower there. And these little dudes are just chasing him because I cast him too close, apparently. But so if you have a bunch of tanks that you want to just snare, if you can throw like two cold pets on them, and then keep them snared pretty well. They can't cast Seal Diseases because they're erupted. This is also good to use on casters. I like to, I'll get to this more in the strategy, but I'll put an ice pet on casters with earth pets. I'll explain why later. But anyway, so there's your ice pet. Good reps and good utility. They last 25 seconds, so not super long. Longer than air pets, though. And that's how you get nice. Most of the time, you'll go high earth and then subspec ice, so 20 ice or so. You can go like what is it, like 40, maybe like 47 or even like 45 or so earth and get a little bit higher ice. But I like to go high level, like 50 or 49 earth for that nuke, just in case I need to nuke. But you can drop your earth a little bit and raise your ice a little bit to get better ice pets, and then you're probably going to use your cold baseline nuke. If you're wind, you probably going to go the Spec IM because that gives you your big nuke. Also gives you your 11-second PBT. It's still important to have PBT in my opinion, and decent earth pets, which you'll still be used probably as your primary routes. I don't know. You might just cast air pets. And then you go like 10 cold. You get those ice pets I showed you, which is still pretty good. So that's pretty much the Theurg specs. Either high earth or relatively high earth and a lot of ice, or a decent amount of ice, or you go the high wind with earth to 28 and then some cold. Those are your specs. Let me show you the rank 5. I don't know if I'll be able to show you in a duel, but the rank 5 is super strong. You hear a lot of people complaining about the Theurg rank 5. And what it does is it's a PBOE ability, 500 radius, so it's pretty big. And it throws out these little pets, right? And these pets stun you for like 3 seconds or so. I can't remember it exactly. And then they stun you again. So you end up getting stunned for like 5 seconds or so. 5-6 seconds. I can't remember the exact numbers, but it's pretty OP, and it goes through charge. Like a charge tank gets stunned. It's not affected by det. It's super strong. super duper strong. Just a huge PBOE stun. A big get out of jail free card. You can even use it offensively, or I mean, most people use it defensively, but it can be used offensively if you're in their own Theurg. Just a really strong ability, 15-minute reuse. Yeah, that's what that is. You get that rank 5. Theurg are A's. So your pets are 3-second cast time. And let's see, let's train. Your pets are 3-second cast time, and your nuke is 2.6 seconds if you're Earth. So if you are Earth Spec, all you're going to need is 374 dex if you want to cap your matter nuke. If not, all you need is 362 dex. Sorry, my mistake. You always need 374, because 374 dex is the break point for your 3.0 second cast time spells, your pets, and your 2.6 second nuke. If you are, even if you're a little bit lower Earth and you have to use the ice nuke, I think the ice nuke's still that same. Yeah, 2.6. Now, if you are air spec like I am right now, the air nuke, and let me pull it up. The air nuke is 2.8 seconds. So to reach that breakpoint, you're going to need 392 dex. So get however much aug dex you need to get that. So let's see. So right now, and with my template, I need dex 5. My template's probably terrible. Yeah, it doesn't have as much dex as it probably should have. But for air, you're going to need somewhere around dex 5 or so. Other than that, let's go to the RA page, see what we can get. For air spec, I like to just go a lot of damage, like damage RAs, your passive damage RAs, like your wild power, your master magery, your aug acuity. Obviously get a little bit of purge, but other than that, I don't get a lot of actives on air. However, on earth, it's a totally different ball game, because at that point you're there for rups. With air, you're there for damage and some rups and some utility, but with earth, you're there for interrupts primarily. So with earth, there's an ability called concentration that resets your quick cast. Quick cast is super good on Theurg, because say you're getting you have a BM stuck to you the whole fight. His group was like, stick to Theurg OP, and he's like, got it, boss. So he sees you, he's like, that's my guy. I'm literally on him the whole fight. You're not getting away from that BM. He's repping you the whole fight. So you got to use your quick cast. With concentration, it resets your quick cast if you go concentration 5, which I advise on Earth Theurg, it resets your quick cast every 30 seconds. So what you're going to do is, my cleric's like, I'm the BM. My group told me to get you. And you're like, oh crap, I need to pet people. So you look at this dude, I can't cast. And then you say, okay, I'm going to quick cast pet you. Even if he's on you, you quick cast pet the druid or the chanter or the bard that's pushed up. It really needs to be erupted. So you quick cast pet that person. Without conk, I'm done for 30 seconds. I'm just running around hasty buffing stuff, maybe staffing something to erupt it, like a pushed up bard or something. I'm kind of out of the fight at that point. With concentration, I use that quick cast. I then use concentration, and then I have quick cast up immediately again. So then there's a bard and druid pushed up. I quick cast pet the bard, I concentration, reset my quick cast, then quick cast pet the druid. I just became twice as useful just because I have 2 quick casts. Quick casts aren't as good on nuking casters, so I don't get it when I'm air, because a quick cast nuke doesn't have as big of an impact as like a quick cast pet or a quick cast CC. Quick cast roots are also good. Like, oh, I really need to get this root off. I can quick cast a root. So quick cast, super good on interrupt classes, especially long duration interrupts like Theurg pets. If you're just throwing out a nuke to interrupt, it's not as good. If I quick cast this pet, then my cleric then has to be like, oh crap, I have a pet. Someone clear me, help, I have a pet, help. And then they have to like melee it, or wait for their tank to come over to kill it, or wait for their casters to nuke it down, or their bard to confuse it or something. So then it puts them in a position something has to happen for them to cast for 45 seconds. So that quick cast becomes super valuable at that point, especially when you have another one right behind it. So yeah, I always get concentration on my Earth Theurgs, and then I'll also get probably a low level of Mach. Mach 1, it affects your durations on your pets. So Mach 1, if that's all you can afford, get Mach 1. If you can get like Mach 2, maybe Mach 3, I think that's okay. I wouldn't go higher than that probably, unless you really need to put out damage when you're mocked, but Earth Theurgs probably won't. You can probably get away with without doing damage, because that's not really your job on Earth Theurg. So get some Mach. That's important on Earth Theurg. Other than that, your Purge, you need Purge. If you're finding a lot of caster groups in your high rank, Bedazzling Aura is really good. It's a massive caster. It gives you a lot of magic resist, so it helps your group become more survivable, more tanky and survivable to casters. If you're not fighting a lot of caster groups, don't worry about it. Or if you're low rank, I probably would not get this. Other than that, physical defense is really strong. You're going to get focused a lot on Theurg. People hate Theurgs. If you let a Theurg get free for 15 seconds, the fight's probably over. Just because you get so many pets out, nothing can cast. Like, support's locked, casters are locked if they have casters. It's bad. So you're most likely gonna have some sort of tank probably stuck to you. So being able to survive, that's really important. PD is really nice. You don't really need, as an Earth Theurg, damage RAs. So you kind of free up a lot of points. You gotta invest in concentration, mock, and purge. But then after that, after you get your deck sorted to 374 decks, get some PD. Get PD 5, PD 7. Probably wouldn't go much higher than 7, but PD 7 is a really good number. After that, that's when you can look at Beod, Bedazzling Aura. That's when I would get that. Other than that, I think that about sums up Theurgs. Master Focus is always good on casters, that, especially, maybe not Earth Theurg, you don't really need it because pets don't really resist, but an Air Theurg, you need some Master Focus. Your Nuke's level 45. But other than that, that's pretty much all Theurg RAs, their specs. Some strategies I mentioned earlier. So I see a caster or anything I need to erupt, I'll likely put one. All you need is one pet on them, especially if they have AoE or PBAoE clears, because if you put 2 pets on them, they PB it once, all the pets you put on them are dead. Or they AoE nuke it once or twice, all the pets are dead. If all they have are single target nukers, putting like 2 or 3 earth pets on someone is really good, because they have to single target each pet down. So that takes time to clear each pet. If you just put one on them and they're single target nukers, they just nuke it once and they're done. If you put multiple, obviously they have to multiple cast. But like I said, with AoEs and PBAs, more pets become less effective. However, something you can do, throw an earth pet on someone, then throw an ice pet on someone. Now they can't AoE the earth pet and the ice pet at the same time. They have to clear both of them separately. So that takes time away from them clearing. It also snares them, which is really annoying too. But yeah, just super good at making people have to clear twice. That's a big thing you can do. You get some dude that runs into mocks. You throw a bunch of air pets on him, and it's gonna sit there and keep him stunned. So, well, these pets aren't stunning very much. I don't know why. I feel like I get stunned all the time in RVR. Even if you're super low air, like you went earth, suspect some ice, and like 12 air or even 7 air, you don't need the big pets. We'll let these die off. Pretty sure I have a pet kill button, but you should if you don't. I'll tell you about that in a second. Where did I put that pet? Anyway, okay, so we'll throw a bunch of little air pets. Look at these little dudes. They stun too. So dude mocks, throw a bunch of air pets on him. High level air pets, low level air pets, doesn't matter. If they are stun immune, if the target is stun immune, these pets will not stun. So be wary of that. Don't load up some air pets on a stun immune target. It's kind of worthless. Other strategies. Yes. Okay, I have a pet kill button. I actually need to find where I bound it. It's been a while since I played Theurg X. This is super important. Say we're fighting. I'm throwing pets out like crazy. I'm petting the bard up, petting the druid up. Oh, this celt's flying and I pet it up. Oh crap, it's a BM. I petted a BM. Now we can't mez it. We can't root it. We can't snare it with this pet on it because it's going to break it. There's a button you can put on your quick bar to release pets. So what you do is you get your pet window down here, you hold down the shift button, and then you click release. and it'll pull out a little thing you can put on your quick bar, throw it on there. You can target a pet, press it, that pet dies. Target another pet, press it, that pet dies. Target a pet, press it, that thing dies. So it's good when you accidentally pet a tank. Don't pet tanks, by the way. You can ice pet tanks if your group's not trying to mez it or root it. Also, ice pets don't snare if the target's root immune. Keep that in mind. It's like the stun immunity with air pets. So you can ice pet tanks if you're trying to snare them out that way. But a lot of groups want to mez tanks when they can. So ice pets will break mez. But you can if you need to. I do it quite a bit, actually, if mezes aren't coming. I need to peel something. But say you're destroying. You get this druid mez, but your Sork's like, oh man, I'm about to mez the druid. I can't, your pets are on it. If he's still there to mez the druid or whatever it is, you can click your pets, cancel. Pets die, Sork mezzes, boom, good. So clearing your own pets is sometimes necessary and can be really good. Or say you're over here, you're petting, and then your Sork, oops, let me just see it stunned from this range. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Stunned again. This pet's a machine, dude. It's just stunning all the time. 2 stuns already. Anyway, so you're free balling, you're ripping, and your Sork's a mute or something. He doesn't say anything, or he says something late, and he's like, you throw a pet out, you see that the target got mezzed. Oh crap, my pet's going to, it's going to break the mez. Quickly target it and kill the pet before it gets there. So that's a little tip about your own pet control and making sure that you help the group by not messing up CC. So, oh crap, I'm petting. Oh crap, Sork mezzed him. So at this point, he gets mezzed right now. Oh crap, pet's almost there, kill it. Pet's almost there, kill it. So you can be quick and then not break CC with this. Other than that, you're likely going to be in there on the Theurg. So that's where the concentration quick cast comes in to handy. You're going to get repped a lot. You're going to be focused. So PD helps. When it comes to tippling, all the standard stuff applies. I really like those Cursed Blood gloves. I don't have them in this template. It's an old temp. But it's a 25% instant heal off your gloves, a use. It'll heal my Theurg for probably 580 health. So that's a little mini IP essentially. Other than that, a melee resist charge is important, especially on Theurg. Even a magic resist charge like the Ring of Arcane Strength, Ring of Arcane Gestures, the Bracer variants of those, the Otherworld belts, the Cursed Staff has a melee charge on it. Get that. It's an easy way to fit a melee charge in your template. Yeah, like I said, the magic resist charges are good too because you might get nuked on Theurg. Your Loyalty Cloak, what does Loyalty Cloak do? Cure Mez, that's cool, it's nice. And then another, you can use your Loyalty Cloak as your melee charge. That's cool too. It's got 12% melee charge. It's the best melee charge you can get. Other ones are 10%, so that's nice. Now the Theurgist Cursed set, if you wear the 3 pieces of the Cursed armor, what that does is it augments your base ABS buff. So I think it takes it from 10 to either 15 or 16. So that's a 50 or 60% buff to your ABS. And for a class that's getting hit a lot by melee, which a Theurg will be, especially an Earth Theurg, that's really nice. It makes you a lot more tanky. So try to fit that in your templates if you're grouping on stuff on Theurg and you want a lot of ABS, the curse set. Other than that, just fit a bunch of decks on. As much decks as you can. Duration's good to make your pets last longer. Intelligence, probably not as important unless you're air or you're nuking a lot. But you definitely want to get a good amount of intelligence in, but don't worry about getting 120, 127 or so intelligence in your template. Dex, survivability stuff, the otherworldly rings with the 5% health and AF buff are important. Those are important on every class, but I'm going to just cover them in every video. The Chapter 6 Curse Bracer, Dream Conqueror or whatever it's called, same proc, but it stacks with the otherworldly ring. Those are good. Essentially gives you 10% health and AF, makes it a lot more tanky. Get those. Other than that, template wise, you're pretty open. There's a lot of stuff you can do. Infernal Sleeves are good. Like I said, the melee charge, magic charge, the health AF boons, and those curse gloves really good. So yeah, that's pretty much it on Theurg. As always, if I missed anything, let me know. Like I said, I probably missed something. There's a lot to go over. Just a quick overview. If you had questions about the third class, maybe wanted to play one, or you fight one a lot and you just want to know what it does in depth, or relatively in depth. If you have any questions, throw them in the comments. I'll try to reply. It's not like my YouTube channel is huge, so I'm not getting flooded with stuff, so I should be able to reply. If you have any suggestions on things you want me to do other than class videos, let me have them. I probably wouldn't mind doing some stuff, sharing a little bit of what knowledge I have, or my personal opinions at least. A lot of these are just my personal opinion. If you have any classes that I haven't done, I'm going to try to get to all classes, but I might not. I might run out of steam, but if one gets requested, I'll try to do it if I can. Other than that, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. That was the Theurgist class. Thanks a ton, guys. You'll have a good one.